Radio Day Chat. smoking hazel. Is it the other
Ladies and
way?
gentlemen,
Is it the other way? Spring now, come on, chill with me. I got your
Ladies and
favorite show
gentlemen.
right on my TV, but we don't have to watch that, no. I'll turn off the radio. So won't you wake up, then we can make up. It's not a hookup, don't think about it too much, too much. You just need to pick up, then we can make up. Don't think about it too much, too much. Don't think about it too much, too much.
Yeah, movie night with the dreams. To the great one, God bless country.
thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the best streamer to turn on a webcam after the sun goes down. Coming to you from parts unknown, my name is Will Neff, and I'd like to wish you a very hearty. Hey now.
Let's go hey now.
Hey now.
Oh, yeah,
Hello,
wow,
everybody.
That's for cool.
Love you, Will. I'm going through some pretty hard times, but your streams always cheer me up. Keep
Oh,
up the
thank you.
amazing work, brother.
Oh yeah, wow, that's for cool.
The birth is still up in the
Show
right hand corner. I know. Haas. I'll just turn off Haas's panel till I get a confirmation. We don't want anybody to be confused that I'm potentially giving birth. It's the new meta. Oh, I'm mpreg. You're the fucking man. Oh, thank you. What the hell? I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, who is having a good midweek? I am. I did legs today and I am fried.
Bro, I got the 10k to get denied last night.
Oh yeah, wow, that's for cool.
40 months.
Oh no. You tried to get farts on screen right as the baby was released. Think the Jays are going to lock it down tonight? I mean, it looks like it.
Cool.
Neffel, Neffel, Neffel.
Neville. Did you see Adam and Eve, the boys collab? No, I don't know what that means. Fendi's birth was incredible. I mean, it was truly awe-inspiring. I was trying to explain it to my 95-year-old dad this morning. And it was like trying to explain IKEA furniture instructions over the phone. It just really wasn't translating. You know what I mean? I just don't think he knew enough Swedish to get it done. It just wasn't going through. Wake was so hilarious. I have to be honest, I've been streaming for 6 years. I've never so consistently been laughing to the point of tears for like 3 hours. I was like sobbing. Between Wake, Austin, and Gimmick, that shit was so funny. Anyway, it felt like, in a weird way, it felt like a weird ray of hope in an otherwise grim timeline. I didn't know that's what my psyche needed. But I'll be honest, they did it so tastefully. I was shocked at how tastefully they did an on-screen birth. Maybe because I simply don't understand birthing at all. Or at least I didn't. Tastefully? I mean, yeah, truly. I thought there was going to be crowning. I thought that was going to be way different. honestly, as tastefully as a live birth could be done, it was done. What the fuck did I miss yesterday? A birth? Yes. You missed a birth and it will never happen again. Honestly, I had my reservations about it, right? But as I was watching it, I think there was a piece of me, and I did my best to articulate it, but I did feel like all of a sudden, in a weird parasocial way, something that I had purposefully forced to the back of my mind that I don't think people had the luxury of forcing to the back of their mind in previous generations was made apparent to me.
At Will Neff, if you told me 5 years ago that Fandy would be
Thank you for
getting
those
booed on
bits.
Twitch and Dan Clancy, the CEO, would be there, I would call in a 5,150.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane night.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's very cool.
Insane night. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for that other sub. It was really fascinating. And you know it's funny is like my mom, when I told my mom about it, she was like, "Well, I'm glad you saw it. Because your dad was useless." This is her quote, "useless as tits on a turtle during your birth. And I wish he would have known more." And that, in my mother's farmism, I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of glad I saw it. I feel like I'm more informed now. Not tits on a tree. No, she always says tits on a turtle.
Yeah, wow, that's very cool.
The Lion concerns himself with subbing to William
The
Neff.
lion concerns himself. The lion does not concern himself with birthing videos. To summate it, there was something shockingly human and personable about watching a streamed birth that I did not expect to find there. Anyway, Adam and Eve partners with superhero satire series The Boys to launch. Oh God. That's an octopus tenga. Oh my God. TMZ covered the birth. Well, this isn't playing, but yeah, I mean, I knew it would be a major story, right? It was unique, to say nothing else. I'm just happy the baby's healthy. You know what's interesting is like, I became really close with the father and mother of the baby during Camp Canute. I saw them every day. We did biceps together. This is, for me, something very sacred. And so I was just happy that they were so happy, and you could see the joy in that room. And man, it grew me up a little bit. As a self-proclaimed man-child, definitely grew me up a little bit. All right, we have a trailer here. Hold on, let's take a look at this.
심호흡하세요. 나는 좋은 사람이다.
Someone said I'm in. It's 10 seconds in.
하고 싶어서 안 돼. 아니다.
Oh shit, the birth
여기
is
적힌
back.
것들 자제하기. 아빠 취직할 때까지. 나 테니스 포기.
I gotta get rid of
내
Haas
차.
Cam.
그리고
I don't know where he is.
우리 집.
Thank you, Chicken Whales. Thank you, Darkwing Pinky.
몇이나 될까, 경쟁자가?
우리 남편에 비하면 영 인간 벼락 같은 거 안 만나.
Thank you for the hype train, guys. I really appreciate you.
심호흡하세요.
나는 내 식구들 입에 밥을 넣어주기 위해 무슨 짓이든 한다. 어쩔 수가 없다. 특별한 일 없으셨습니까?
그 두 분이 사라지셨어요.
Oh yeah.
면접
it's
잘
Park Chan-wook?
봤어?
Oh my god. I'm in. I am fucking in. That looks phenomenal. Park Chan-wook don't miss, man. By the way, the other thing I just started watching at the gym today that I'm shocked it's as good as it is. I watched the first season of Sakamoto Days and I was like, it's fun, it's fine, it's whatever. The new Sakamoto Days episodes are fucking, they're tight. They're really good. Thank you for the bits. I've really been enjoying Sakamoto Days. I'm kind of like, okay. It's getting there. It's doing things for me. Oh, cool. I couldn't get into the first season. It feels like really they were just kind of setting the table with the first season and now they're getting into it. Oh my God. What about Alice in Borderland season 3? Season 3 of Alice in Borderland felt like it was better than Squid Game season 3. I like the stuff that they retconned. I feel like it felt really condensed in terms of like the characters it had and how many games there were. It felt very condensed. Also, I feel a little bit weird about both Squid Game season 3 and Alice in Borderland season 3 kind of being setups to an American counterpart. I don't know how I feel about that, but I enjoyed Alice in Borderland season 3. I did. I always say any show that is like based around a live or death game is always better when it's just in the life or death game. And Alice in Borderland wasted no fucking time getting back into the games, which I appreciated. Needed more Cheshire. Thank you, Salty Wyvern. Appreciate you. Just came across this on the timeline. I gotta say, I kind of fuck with it. Dude. Yeah. I'm with that. Buscemi Joker. Squid Game season 4 will be all logistics. 5 seasons of ordering materials. Or 5 episodes of ordering materials. It's hilarious. This is what I dream about hitting in Clover Pit. Oh my God. Bomberclad! Rich! Rich millionaire! Dude. Did you watch Alien Earth? Started mad, but I really enjoyed it by the end. I kind of felt the opposite way. I felt like it started really enticing and then got a little bit more meh. But I've found in Clover Pit, by the way, the build that for me is like the most consistently fire is the interest build. I love LA season 1 trailer, a new HBO original. All right, let's take a look.
Luck is just when preparation meets opportunity. Hustle.
Dude, raw, dirty pop track. Push it in and pull it back. I'm a glamour puss in it. What a track. Body Rocks.
Until your idols become your rivals.
Maya.
I am more than ready for the junior manager track.
Oh, promotions. They're so tough.
Yeah.
It's like so tricky.
Dylan, you will not believe the fucking day that I just had.
Go Dodgers.
Oh my god! Surprise, little bitch! You're here at my house.
Crazy.
You think you got it all worked out.
Why do I feel like I've been in this apartment before?
This is the place that we were gonna move into together. You're still here? Did you guys see Shalila's helping campaign? Like, I made her successful, I can do it for other bitches.
You should block her. Those kind of people have this like endless ambition.
Sucks the hangover right out. I love it.
They want success and money and like a nice house and all these things. It's fucking iconic. You know what? You do have a pretty good boyfriend.
With the perfect dick.
I like that.
Trying to step out and make sure that the town sees us.
What? Never seen a naked gay guy in Eagle Rock before? Grow up. Did you realize that you are so different ever since Tallulah got here?
Haters are fans on a bad day.
She's smoking coke. That makes it crawl. Oh my god.
I have such bad memory. It's something I really struggle with.
Totally. I'm like that way with trees. I don't know what any of them are called.
This is such a weird show. It's a show about like literally the worst people, the worst people, like the hardline Angelino. It's interesting because I feel like
Always excited for movie night cute stuff.
that show is HBO's answer to the studio. And the studio is kind of like a very similar like LA Insider, Hollywood Insider, but it's done amazingly well and it focuses on film. And I think like with film as kind of like the tie that binds, the studio has something really meaningful to give you. Whereas this show that's just based on being like an LA influencer is just so like, ooh, bleh. Looks like Entourage to me, meh. Yeah, but they're not even, it doesn't even look like they're like actors or like successful like artists. They're just kind of just yuppies. I don't know.
Thank you for calling National.
Are we excited for this series? The Chair Company? I have not seen this trailer. What is this?
Business Solutions, the #1 destination for office furniture.
I witnessed a problem.
I'm very sorry to hear that, sir. What was the problem?
It's a big problem.
Ron, we are so proud of you.
Please put your hands together for your project head, Ron Trosper. Badass.com.
We all know it hasn't been easy for you.
There is a massive problem that could cause mass casualties.
No matter what has come at you, you bounce back. Bring a lot to see and it sounds serious.
Don't wait for me at the bathroom.
I vouched for you to the board against all their concerns.
What the hell is this place?
Don't fuck me.
You can rely on me.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I got distracted.
Hey!
No more distractions, okay? I'm right about a lot of
What a track.
Things that people have zero clue that they even know is going on.
Oh, okay. You've been distracted, Ron. Coming in and out of this house at all hours of the night.
Shit!
I feel like you're hiding something. There's a darkness to you, Ron.
I'm uncovering a vast criminal conspiracy.
But there's also a light.
I love you all so much. There's so much badness in this world. We're completely helpless in you. We have no protection at all. That's the problem with the world today. People are nuts out there. And you can't talk to anybody.
Oh my God, what is happening here?
You can't get an apology.
I want to scream at
Oh my God! You're disgusting! These are my work clothes!
All right, that looks great. I thought the movie that they did, Friends, kind of dragged, but this could be fun. I'm interested. New Alan Ritchson and Kevin James movie. Oh God. Is this just a trailer for a trailer's sake? I mean,
Easy. I love that you're trying so hard to connect with him.
I really am. Just trying to throw a spiral. This is gonna suck.
Name's Jeff. Brian. Outstanding. Okay.
Oh, look, they're friends already.
CJ's cool. He invited me over to his house. Can we go over, please?
All right, why not?
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Up high.
Oh, you wanna dance?
What the
You guys go on ahead while I put him out real quick.
This is awesome, right?
Give me a hug.
No, no hug. The first day my son meets his new best friend, so did I.
All right, guys, dig in. Dad's never taken you for pizza?
Jeff's not my dad. He just took me.
Let's go.
Hey, stop! Who the hell are you? Who's that guy?
Guy who wants to kill you. Who are they? They want to kill you too. Why? Because they think you know.
No, what? Get in! Right!
Buckle in, boys. And just let me do my thing.
This is the rhythm of
Look, they're not after me.
This looks so stupid.
No! You see that? Sick, right?
You already know my name. What's that? Captain Dickface?
Are you guys in like a high-speed chase or something?
Second one today. Crazy, right? It's insane indeed. Wait, you want to go? You feeling frisky? I'm so sorry. Now, is this meant to be or is this meant to be?
We're gonna make such a good team.
Really? Quit screwing around.
Eat shit, perv.
Oh, no, what the hell's that?
Kaboom, bitch.
Stupid. I mean, it looks funny, but pretty stupid. Classic bit.
Hello, buenas.
Sí, buena, Brea.
Hey, ¿quién anda ahí?
Arturo Marán.
Arturo de...
Why are you linking? So random. Radu Jode's Dracula might just be the weirdest Dracula movie of all time. What is this?
Mi se face frică.
Dracula.
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 Dracula vagyok.
Dracula. Count Dracula.
There are many stories regarding the Dracula legend.
Violență, mult sânge, urmăriri cu mașini, plus sex.
He couldn't perform. I want my money back.
Oh, sorry. Iar bine, Sandule. Ce să fac? Nu poate vârsta bully.
What the fuck is this, bro? What am I looking at? Y'all are sending me some deep cuts tonight. We've seen this movie before. Oh, have you seen this move before? The greatest finisher in sports entertainment? Okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh.
Soul snatch.
The
Hated
Soul
this
Snatcher.
attached to streams since in Spain, but you still get my prime.
Just got hurt.
So sick.
Soul snatch.
What's the one that's like The Last Ride or whatever it's called? That one is. By the way, Soul Snatcher is just such a good name for a final move. The Bronco Buster. Yeah, dude. Bronco Buster Devil's Kiss. Yeah. Do Yankees lose? Good season for the Yankees. Are we watching a scary movie tonight? Yes, we are watching Scream tonight. We'll probably start the movie in about 30 minutes. Dude, you guys are pulling some fucking like student film trailers out. We don't have to watch trailers on movie night. We try and watch trailers we're excited for. People are sending me like shit filmed on a JVC Handycam. What is this?
Urban Dictionary. That like he said snatch Urban Dictionary. Slang word for a woman's vagina. When seeing, they use it in a sentence. When seeing a good-looking woman, I sure would like to get some of that snatch. Ugh. What? What a horrific sentence. What an awful sentence. Is that how straight people talk? When seeing a good-looking woman, I sure would like to get some of that snatch. Is that how straight people speak?
Snatch, gash. Dude, some horrible names for vaginas. Wait, what is this? Someone sent me a leaked trailer
You a fan of literature?
for Star Wars:
Ever
The
heard of Morning
Face,
Glory
The
Milking
Force
Farm?
Awakens on a fucking Handycam. What is happening? You a fan of literature? Ever heard of Morning Glory Milking Farm? Is that Hemingway? Quick framed. Yeah, I can get into that. It's Training Day or that one where Batman has a Latino accent, but I can't think of the name of that. Ooh. Oh, this is the movie about NWA, but I don't know the name out of it. It's Straight Outta Compton, maybe? Yeah, I've never seen that movie. I just guessed. I still have it in my head when you and Sear were hanging out and calling it slit slamming. We were calling it slit slamming. Sear has some of the funniest fucking slang of all time. Demon semen. Slit slamming. Slam some slit. Slit slamming. Yeah, we watched that trailer already for the Park Chan-wook film. It looks amazing. Damon Seaman. Cock Caviar. Yeah. Have you seen the show about Ed Gein on Netflix? No, I hear it's so-so.
Once I get this AMG GT63S.
What is this?
That's a lot of letters, bro. It must be fast.
All-wheel drive?
Don't you need all your wheels to drive anyways?
Twin turbo, 4-liter, V8. One tune, nigga, I'm zooming.
True that. Not a car guy myself. You can get this song in 0.1 second. Oh, I love this game actually. No? Is this Shakira? I don't know what the name is. Is that Hips Don't Lie? Is that what that's called? Shakira. Hips Don't Lie. Nice.
Up in here tonight.
Oh. Sending out an SOS. Nope. Sending out an SOS. Nope. Huh? Wait, message in a bottle. Yeah! Wait, that's Travis Scott, isn't it? No, wait. That's
wow, that's very cool.
Lucifer. But I don't know the name of this song. I just want to rock. Yeah! All right, I'm on a roll, baby. Oh, I did them all. Pathetic. Easy. There was a leak about the new Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft reportedly canceled an Assassin's Creed game set around the American Civil War because of the Yasuke backlash and the political turmoil in the United States. Dude, I have been waiting for a Civil War game for so long. Can you imagine if they did a Battlefield Civil War game? That shit would be fucking amazing.
Cool. Nefisto.
That shit would be amazing. Thank you for that sub. That shit would be incredible, bro.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game set in post-Civil War era. Post-Civil War era. Featuring a black assassin who was formerly a slave. Players would fight the KKK. Oh, dude, that would have actually been so fucking phenomenal. That shit would have been so fucking phenomenal. That is so sad that they're actually, the shitheads are winning this fight. Like, we're losing out on fun, cool stuff because the shitheads are manufacturing outrage. You know what I mean? But at times like this, I am reminded of one of the harshest credos of all time. Republicans buy sneakers too. Man, was he right. Fucking Jordan, bro.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Thank you so
31
much.
months with the goat.
Thank you. Am I spending too much time in the kitchen with this cook or just enough? Way too much time. way too much fucking time in the kitchen. Leave the kitchen. You've burnt it. You've absolutely fried it. I kind of believe, though. I don't know, man. I'd have to see it to. You know what? I would give it a chance, but I would have to see it to believe it.
That's for cool.
Yeah. Look at that. Watch the egg break. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the egg break. Look at that. Look at the egg run.
This stream was art. This stream was art.
Look at that.
Look at the fucking. Look at the fucking plastic.
Ready?
The plastic silverware. Thank you so much for the 2 months.
Oh my. I've always enjoyed. I will be honest. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let me see.
Bro, I swear this right here looks like some famous director's like first black and white project. You know what I mean? Like when you ask about like a famous director, they're like, "Oh, have you ever seen his first movie, Yoke?" He made it in college.
He's turning into pain.
No.
Following type shit. Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, a lot of you doubted me, and a lot of them are in the room right now. But I am joined.
Bro, in case you don't know the background story on this, it took him like 2 hours to make this egg on toast. And everybody else in the room fucking gave up, which is so funny. God, that's Criterion's Twitch right there. Sam got baited.
Thanks for playing the game of my people. You're welcome, Finish Insider.
Not the Finnish Insider. He's got all inside information on what it is to be Finnish. I feel like that is an SNL sketch waiting to be penned. The Finnish Insider, you know what I mean? Kind of like Sweaty Balls. Peacemaker season 2 will end with the Teen Titans showing up. But why? So they're basically drawing a parallel to the end of season 1, where the Justice League showed up. However, I don't think this is going to happen, because in order to do this cameo, they would have had to cast 5 characters without anybody knowing. So I with Peace and Love, it would be so awesome, but I'm buying doubt on that. So cool. Ultimately, I'm going to say something people are not going to like. I think we already got the cameos this season. I think we got all the cameos we're going to get. And ultimately, because they weren't in the last episode, people will be like, shoot, because they're so Marvel brained that like the cameo has to be in the stinger, or else like what? How am I supposed to know what to watch next? But I honestly think the cameos that we got in this season of Peacemaker were fucking insane. Like, if you really think about it, the amount of cameos that we got in Peacemaker were were crazy. Crazy. I could see Waller showing up. I could see that. I mean, Waller was in the first season for like 3 episodes. Is the show good? Pfft. Peacemaker is fucking phenomenal. Peacemaker is fucking phenomenal. The rumor that I like, that I don't know if I buy, is that Tim Meadows is Martian Manhunter. Cool. I'm buying doubt on that too, but it would be really fucking fun. If Gunn has pocketed a huge cameo for the end, wait, really? I always figured it stunk. How have you avoided any review of Peacemaker? Literally every single review of Peacemaker is like pretty much the best comic book show of all time. As Jahan, yeah. I figure they're just going to bring the Justice Gang back. I mean, they haven't announced any other.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I've told
you.
you
Like the Justice League Unlimited cartoons?
Yeah, they're good. I've told you who I think the cameo might be. If there is going to be another cameo, I've told you from the beginning who I think it might be, but I just think it's too big a get. Supergirl? I mean, Supergirl would make sense. The other 2 cameos that would make sense to me, like really make sense to me, are either Blue Beetle shows up or Harley Quinn shows up. One of those 2 doing a quick cameo would make a shitload of sense to me. Because both of those actors have essentially been confirmed as like reprising their roles. And we have seen every other confirmed casting show up in Peacemaker. If you look at, hang on, let me pull it up. If you look at the confirmed castings for the DCU, we have seen like 90% of these. I don't think you will see anyone from Creature Commandos. I don't think you will see them. I mean, that would be insane if someone from Creature Commandos showed up IRL. That would be fucking insane. That would be nuts. That would be fucking nuts. I guess outside of this, Clayface would be crazy. Lobo would be fucking insane if Lobo just walked out and was like, hey. I would be like, ah! But I just don't. I mean, they did get Jason Momoa in costume, apparently. That would be so crazy. That would be so crazy if Lobo just walked through. Brainiac teaser? Yeah. I mean this sincerely. I don't think there's going to be like a stinger. I don't think that there's going to be like some illusion. I feel like this season has been so packed that he doesn't feel the pressure to do that.
I've heard you talk about Peacemaker, but pissed me off who he killed in End of Suicide Squad. I liked that character. Your opinion on that? Should I just get over it? Talking about Flack.
Well, I mean, a good portion of Peacemaker is how he feels regret over exactly what you're talking about. So it's not like they just take Peacemaker and have him like immediately move on. Also, I don't want to ruin anything, but if you like that character, he's in this season, man. So there is a final cameo. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm the trash man. I'm a villain, don't you see? I'm excited for it though. I watched one of Gunn's early movies, Slither, the other night, and I fucking loved it. Yeah, Slither is great. Oh, dude, he's a trauma kid. You know what I mean? Like, all of his movies are going to have that element of like craziness. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. Gunn talks about live action Creature Commandos? Wait, huh? Where's the volume?
Live action versions. For the main characters, the idea was always to have those characters played by those actors. Yeah. I mean, from the start, that was always a consideration.
Okay.
Yeah, it was always a consideration. I mean, we always wanted to have somebody that could potentially play the character in live action. Rick Flagg's in Superman. He's in major role in Peacemaker season 2. You know, that was a character that was going to be connected throughout. So I needed somebody to do all three.
When you were casting the voice actors, how important was it to find actors who could also do live action versions?
Flag I knew about, but I did not hear him say that it might be his intention to have all of those actors play the live action version. Can you fucking imagine if David Harbour just showed up as Frankenstein in the last episode? Or Alan Tudyk, I think I'm saying his name right, shows up as Dr. Phosphorus because he's Gunn's friend. That would be great. What is this?
Where Where is Nightwing from?
No,
Nightwing.
Caroline. There have been so many late nights where I have told her about the entire Bat family. Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, Damian Wayne, flashcards. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Isn't that's fake Batman, right? Nope.
Fake Batman. Can I get a divorce from my girlfriend? Is there a way to formally sever ties with her with the government? Fake Batman and clicked Marvel?
Okay. Oops. Oh, Will is going to be he's going to be like, do not listen to me at all.
Yes! She doesn't!
I actually knew this. I actually knew this because I have heard hours
yes!
of Will talking about the history of Batman. All of the various Robins.
Yes!
All of the lore I have heard over and over again, and I can't believe I fucking got this wrong. That's really bad. Dick Grayson. Oh my God, he's talked so much about Dick Grayson. I got this wrong. I do listen most of the time.
The worst part is she's so insidious with how she's doing this. It's so insidious. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why right now. Because Caroline Kwan acts like I'm just talking to a fucking
she also said
wall.
Wolverine is DC.
She acts like I'm talking to a wall, but she asks me questions. She asks me questions. She will go, so tell me about Batman. Tell me about the side characters. And I'll be like, you really want to know? She'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, well, I don't know, this character. She'll be like, oh, whoa. And she'll ask. She's nerd lighting me. And I think she does it because it's easier for her to fall asleep if I'm talking. I'm being so sincere. There are so many times she will ask me questions in bed, and I think she just uses my long form explanations as a bedtime story or like white noise. And then I'm like, am I boring you? She's like, no, it's nice to fall asleep too. Keep going. Like the fuck? Keep going. Like the fuck? Caught!
It was an accident. I knew the right answer.
Caught!
No, it was an accident. I knew the right answer. No, you guys, you don't understand because now he's going to be like, I told you don't listen to me. And I do listen.
Yeah.
I do listen.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes
I'll
I
be
don't
right
remember
back.
everything that he said when he gives me the full lore. And then sometimes it's truly an accident. It's an accident. Nightwing, if I had thought about it more, then I would have known, because I know about Dick Grayson. He is not going to let this go. No, it's actually bad. It's actually bad because is he fucking coming over here?
Get out of the closet, Caroline. Get out of the closet! Get out of the closet, Caroline.
Okay.
Listen. You can prove you've listened to me.
No, I do.
With one question. Because you asked so many questions about this character. Literally dozens. What is the name of Bruce Wayne's biological son? Snot?
No, it's not. It's not. No, you did tell me this. And it has to do with Amanda Waller.
No, that's his clone. His son.
Oh, his son. That he has with Osgood. Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Yes. Do it, Caroline. Do it. Summon your nerd knowledge.
Okay. So they have a baby.
Yes. I'll give you a hint. It's a name from a popular horror franchise.
Scream? No. Hold on.
Scream? Scream Wayne.
No, I know it's in here.
Scream Wayne.
Okay. Dick. No, that's Dick Grayson. Wait, no, I have it, please.
I'm turning my back on you. Stop looking at the chat.
No, it's really
Stop.
No, it's frustrating because I do.
You read the chat. There was a dick in there.
No, I did say. Wait, it is Dick. No, wait, it's not Dick.
It's not Dick.
Okay, I'm confused. Wait. Okay, Bruce Wayne's son.
Yes.
Who dies?
No, that's the second Robin.
Robin. There's so many Robins.
That's Jason Todd.
It's Jason Todd. Okay, so it's not.
You asked so many questions.
I know, but there's so much lore. I have to hear it like 10 more times. One more clue.
It's all for you.
Wait.
It's all for you.
Is that the clue?
Yes.
It's all for you?
You're double letting me down.
No, wait, I don't know what that means.
One of the most famous quotes in movie history.
It's all for you.
I'm turning my back on. I'm turning my back on.
Wait, okay, hold on. Just what letter does it start with?
D.
D, not Dick. Daniel. David. No. Oh my God, wait, I just remembered it. It's Damien.
I'm turning my back
It's Damien. It's Damien.
You looked at the
No,
chat.
I didn't look
Disgusting
at the
chat.
I didn't look at the
Disgusting.
chat. I didn't.
Disgusting.
Damian Wayne.
Yes.
It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you.
Fake Batman.
No.
Fake Batman.
Is that what I said?
You use me as a white noise machine, and now I know.
No, but I actually do find it interesting. Sometimes I can't remember it all. There are a lot of Robins. There's a lot of D's.
Yes.
D names.
Yeah.
It's a lot to remember. Did you see the new Absolute Joker?
Oh yeah, wow,
that was
that's very
released?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's like,
I forgive you.
you forgive me? Okay. Thank God. You know what's crazy is that I do now remember Damien. I do now remember Damien. It just took me a second, and I'm never going to forget it. Will, ask me tomorrow. Ask me tomorrow. Okay? Ask me every single day. And I will.
Okay, here's another one.
Oh, no.
Here's another one. Face me. Another one that I have drilled into your brain. Conan. What is best in life?
What is best in life? To some of the enemies, women. Okay. Hold on. I got to get an Arnold voice. To crush your enemies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To crush your enemies. To have sex with women. It's that's the energy, though, right? To crush our enemies. Yeah.
To crush your
To
enemies.
crush your enemies.
See them.
See them beat. See them. To hear the lamentations of their women. To see them driven before you. All right, I had the crush your enemies. Yes, to crush your enemies. To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you. And to hear the lamentations of their women. That's what it is. That's what it is, folks. I was pretty close. He's traumatized by his parents fighting. No, he just looks like this all the time. Plus, he's jealous that Kaya's gotten so much attention. What about me, Mother?
Daniel Dick Wayne. Daniel Dick Wayne. I also liked Snot Wayne and Bruce Jr. That was very funny. That was very funny. Don't let her off the hook.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no
Yes.
shit from anyone.
Compensating you for the free Audible subscription you've been providing.
Thank you. Hold on.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Wait, why is there no... Oh, it's my... Fuck. My clips have no volume. I gotta fix that. It's not, Dick. All right. Yeah, your clips are still busted. We'll get that fixed. Start telling her fake lore. That'd be very funny. Audio splitting? It's not the audio splitting. Strangely enough. Your whole VOD has no sound? I know.
Oh yeah, wow.
I really want your answers.
My favorite DC character is I Know What You Did Last Summer, Wayne.
Can I be honest? You sent me this tier list and I don't know what you want from me. because the sandwiches all look like shit. Did they pull the sandwiches off of... This literally looks like they took the sandwiches off of an old barbershop menu for different haircuts. Does that make any sense? This looks like an old, like when you walk into like a one guy barbershop and they'll have the haircuts on the wall. Somehow this is like the sandwich version of that. Does that make any sense? You walk in, you're like, can you give me a liverwurst with a 5 guard?
Wow, that's very cool.
Love your hot sauce. Put that shit on everything, Neffel.
And I think I did this exact tier list before, by the way. I mean, I've always said this. I will do this. I think this is one of the best sandwiches in the world. The banh mi, perfect. I think, where is it? What the fuck? The Cubano. Another one of the best sandwiches in the world. I think these are two of the best sandwiches in the world. And then... The other one that I would have to put in this category is the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
And then I would...
Good meatballs, so best here.
Tonkatsu, I would put an ass. These are probably my 4 favorite sandwiches in the world. A good Cubano is like, oh my God. A good Cubano is crazy. BLT is a very good sandwich. Our streamer actually has peak taste. Torta is the shit. Torta is, for me, is like a weird one to put in that category because I feel like a torta is such a broad category of sandwiches. Like you can get a really wide variety of tortas within the torta umbrella, if that makes any sense. Whereas like a Cubano has like specific toppings. Torta is a sandwich though. Yeah, but that's like saying like a grinder is S tier. Like a grinder could have 100 different things on it. You know what I mean? I think when you're making a tier list, you have to have like named sandwiches. Tortas are very good though. I've also had bad tortas though. But torta is like such a wide umbrella. My new goal is to server you a Cubano. Oh, dude. If you can make a dank ass Cubano, that's like the king. But I think for me, a banh mi and a Cubano is like a perfect combination of flavors, right? The pickled vegetables on the banh mi with like a brisket banh mi. Oh my God. With some jalapenos and stuff, that is like... And then, dude, there's something magic about a Cubano with the pork and the fucking sharp mustard. I really like flavors that have like that. I call it a tweeter. A tweeter is like a speaker used only for high notes. And I feel like a lot of like the sandwiches that I love have that high note. You know what I mean? If you're ever driving down to SD, you should hit San Marcos. The restaurant I work at has a fucking phenomenal Reuben. Reubens are amazing. Reubens are amazing too. The Cubano. Oh. This Cubano in Austin. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a dirty bitch right there. Wait a minute. Is that fucking peanut butter? Is that? Or is that just off-colored mustard? Is that just a really brown mustard? It's Dijon? Huh. I'd have to try it. Now you're trying too hard? Wait a minute. No. What are we... Huh? What are we talking about? Cubanos traditionally have that really
Almost
sharp
40
mustard.
months Nef whammy.
Also, that looked like peanut butter. That didn't look like Dijon. Return to your roots.
Hello, adventurers.
Wow.
Harness the Havarti horses. It's time
been
for
a
Roll
while.
for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard themed dice with little alligators inside.
That's
made for me by
awesome.
Dice V. Thanks. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 5.
Oh, Haas is
pumpernickel.
back. The
Yes,
live
these
birth.
are the
Oh,
same
no.
2 slices
The live birth is still up. Never mind. Haas is not here.
of pumpernickel bread that I briefly had on the plate on Monday. Today we're going to toast them up using our toast bread cantrip, and hopefully we'll actually get to keep them this time. And there they are, nice and toasted up. I know they don't look any different, but they are indeed toasted. All right. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 3 clams. It's all right. We have baby
Oh my God. What's the movie tonight? Scream.
clams in water today.
We're gonna get started
These are
soon.
the type of clams that you
Is
might
Haas here?
find in a bowl of clam chowder. And thankfully, I like clam chowder. But I'm not sure I'm going to like a sandwich just made with them. Let's roll for some cheese. 1. American cheese. What's the difference between this and American singles? The
Cheese on clams is a special kind of nightmare umami.
American singles don't actually include enough cheese to be legally called cheese. They have to be called cheese product. This is cheese.
Thought we were doing Army
Let's-
of Darkness. So it was brought to my attention that I thought we had only done Evil Dead, but we have done Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. So we're doing Scream.
Roll up some roughage. 4 bell pepper and 10 pickled jalapenos. All right, well, this is shaping up to be a texturally interesting sandwich. We've got the clams and now a nice crunchy pepper. But, you know, at least I didn't roll fruit. I could have had clams and grapes or clams and peaches or something. The pickled jalapenos are actually probably the best thing we're adding to this sandwich so far. Adding both a little bit of acid and heat should mask some bad flavors, I hope. Let's get wild with the Wild Magic Roll. 18 pickle spritz. All right, well, adding a little bit of pickle brine to this isn't really...
What the fuck is that?
All right, well...
What is this? Bro, leaving roll for sandwich and coming back to this is like when you leave and your friend from high school is a dealer and you come back and he's like somehow even more out of sorts.
Wow, that's for a cooler.
A pickle spray bottle. What has happened? Pickle Dex, Pickle Windex.
Adding a little bit of pickle brine to this isn't really doing anything that the jalapenos weren't already doing. But at least it didn't get worse. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 2. Ketchup. All right, Dice Gods, you have made...
No!
Your...
He's going to give this sandwich a... The craziest thing about roll for sandwich is he's going to give this sandwich like a 5. He's going to give this sandwich like a 5.
Position clear. The armistice is off. My reprieve from bad sandwiches is over. Like, I already knew the clams weren't going to be great, but then you just had to throw ketchup in there too? Okay, well, here we go. Let's put our toothpicks in and let's get it cut in half.
Oh, God.
And let's take a look at that cross-section. Ugh. Leave it to the spooky season to bring out the bad sandwiches. Or I guess, clamwitches. Let's give it a taste. Well, unlike some other canned seafood I've had, it's not immediately repulsive. It's not good, but it doesn't make me want to throw up immediately, so kudos for that, I guess. The ketchup kind of makes it taste like a really bad Manhattan clam chowder. I'm partial to New England myself. But yeah, this is not a good sandwich. Definitely not. And the chewiness of the clams combined with the crunchy peppers is not a fun... well, to add injury to insult, I just bit my tongue. Good. Great. Our good streak is over. It's now the dark times. Again, it could have been worse, but not by much, I don't think. I'm going to give this one a 1.5.
Okay.
I'm going to call it the Clamerican Horror Story. Well, Earl, it's been a bit.
Good name. All right. There is some order in the universe again. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to start film night. I don't think Haas is here. So I'm going to kind of give you a little intro to film night and then do the rules, but we won't have the intro, I don't think. Tonight's movie to kick off spooky season is Scream.
Oh, yeah, wow. That's for
And if you don't... Skibbity whoa. Thank you. If you don't know anything about Scream, Scream is really a genre-defining movie. It really is kind of like one of the great breakthrough horror movies of all time that ultimately led to a number of sequels, some of them okay, some of them less okay. But it's interesting because Scream is this really interesting kind of meditation on a slasher film within a slasher film. I think beyond all of like the very like down the pipe kind of like slasher meta in the movie, there's a really interesting like kind of disassembling of the genre, sometimes explicitly, sometimes not so explicitly, and ultimately it leads to this like really, really fun, spooky and iconic horror movie. If you've never seen Scream, it came out in 1996. This movie, if you were alive for when it came out, was, an absolute nuclear bomb on culture. Wes Craven kind of makes this masterwork where Ghostface makes his first appearance, and ultimately the actors and actresses became iconic. The costume became iconic. And if you were alive at the time, the phone calls became the most iconic. If you were alive in the era when we used to have landlines and this movie came out, one of your friends probably called you at one point and went, "Do you like scary movies? I'm gonna gut you like a fucking fish." What was the name of the killer in the first Friday the 13th movie? My boyfriend's big and strong. He's on the football team and he'll beat you up. It truly, like, to this day, I still will sometimes, "I'm gonna gut you like a fucking fish. What up?" But yeah, Scream is a fantastic movie. And ironically enough, Wes Craven is like one of the horror geniuses. And I don't think we've ever watched a Wes Craven film before. Now, if you don't know who Wes Craven is, Wes Craven made other films you might know: Hills Have Eyes, Last House on the Left, and probably most recognizable, Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's for cool.
So Wes has had a number of movies that have very much bled into the public zeitgeist and been made and remade and had sequels and blah, 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 blah. I think ultimately, even though I love all of his movies, I think Scream is probably the most iconic and probably my favorite. Even though Nightmare, I love Nightmare, and Hills Have Eyes is its own type of special fucking nightmare if you've ever seen it or the remake. So yeah, I mean, strap in, get your Y2K hats on, because this film is very, very early 2000s, late 90s. It's great. It's great. It's great. Rest in peace, Wes Craven. He really was a genius. And yeah, so with that being said, we have the movie night intro. Great. So we can watch this and then we can get right into the rules and stuff. So let's take a look at this. And when we come back, I'll give you the rule. I'm here. All right, Haas. I don't need the video. Haas, play that header.
Isn't it beautiful, chap? Life is not a movie. It's not scripted, edited, or packaged for the screen. We are more than the moments we see in motion pictures. Our existence is raw, unscripted, and beautifully unpredictable. Every breath, every heartbeat is a story untold, and a story that goes beyond any frame. But in those frames, in those fleeting moments on the screen, we find our greatest escape. Movies let us step outside of life, if only for a moment, to dream, to feel, and to live someone else's story. And sometimes, that's exactly what we need. Welcome to Will Neff's Movie Night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Will Neff's Movie Night. Big applause for Haas. That intro is amazing. We've been doing this for 6 years now, which is crazy. Ultimately, whose first time? Thank you for that. Whose first time is it? One's in chat if it's your first time here for this. All right, cool. Some of you are being honest, and some of you are fucking lying your ass off. But that's nice that we have a mix of both of you in here. So if this is your first time, I'm going to give you a little bit of a spiel, a little bit of a rundown of what this is all about. So first and foremost, we use YouTube free movies to watch these films as to keep it in somewhat of a legal gray area. YouTube free movies are basically movies that are hosted by YouTube and can be watched for free on their platform. We kind of use and abuse that to watch these films. But it allows us to keep something going that was much easier to do when Amazon Prime watch parties existed. Thank you so much. And so the other thing that we do is I try and treat this like a film 101 course. If you've ever studied film, one of the most basic tenets of studying film is watching movies. If you go into any kind of film program, you'll probably have a class where your focus is just sitting down and analyzing movies. And so at the end of watching this movie, we will sit down and I will probably do 20 to 30 minutes talking about this film, followed by another 30 minutes to an hour of you guys asking questions. And as long as I think the questions are somewhat interesting and teachable, I will continue answering them. This movie in particular, I have a lot to say. Because slashers are ultimately probably my favorite genre in a very strange way. I think there's something very pure and visceral about slashers. And one of my favorite directors of all time is Dario Argento. And he was kind of like the proto slasher, icon. And Wes Craven certainly took a lot of what he had created and advanced it. And Scream is to slashers as The Boys is to superhero projects, where basically this film in and of itself is an analysis of the genre and a breakdown of the genre. And it's a really subversive, interesting, and just well-made slasher movie. How many people have not seen Scream before? I know we are in the year of our Lord 2025, and it's now beyond. It's like 30 years since this movie was made, which is crazy. All right, well, for those of you who haven't seen this movie, you will not be let down. It is considered one of the greatest slasher movies of all time, and it probably has, I would say, with Peace and Love, this is going to get a lot of heat, probably the best opening in a horror movie ever. And at the time, one of the most controversial opens in a horror movie ever. And I'm actually going to pause the movie after the opening and give you some background as to why the opening is so controversial at the time. What was controversial at the time. All right, with that being said, movie night is a community night. And so I always say this, I turn off alerts, I turn off bits, I turn off ads. So this is a night where, usually as a streamer, I am taught that I should squeeze every single cent out of you, which is something I'm already horrible at. But truly tonight, just if you feel like you have to throw money at me, don't. Tonight is a night where you just sit there and you have a good time and, don't feel like you have to give me any money whatsoever. I do this because I love movies, and it's amazing how many people have been turned on to film and really good films by this little thing that we have started. We started with 14 people. Will. Like in the year 2000, and now we are 5,000 strong for movie night, which is crazy. All right, with that being said, I have a brief set of rules. These are rules for first timers, but those of you who've been here a long time, they're still good to remind yourself on, best etiquette, all that kind of stuff. But these rules are 3 minutes long. Films are long. This movie's an hour and 50 minutes. So if you want to get a blanket, you want to get a snack, you want to turn out your lights, you need to take your dog out to let it go pee before we start the movie, do all those things in this next 3 minutes, because once the film starts, it will not stop until the end. Unfortunately, also, as to not make an illegal copy of this movie, there will be no VOD. So if you're someone who's turning in for like the first 30 minutes and then you can't watch the rest, there will be no VOD. You can't watch this after the fact. This happens now in the moment and then is gone. And I do my best to make it educational and fun. So with that being said, here are the rules. You have 3 minutes to get yourself ready. And here we go.
It's a groovy time for a movie time. So grab your gap and grab a seat. But don't forget to get something to eat. Delicious meat and nutritious meat.
You can't beat my meat for a special treat. Sucking on me is really neat.
Don't be a jerk and don't be a fool. Be a good neighbor and follow these rules. What are these rules? Remember to keep your shoes on at all times. Don't pull your penis out unless you really need to. Indecent exposure is a class 2 felony.
Don't talk watch. Don't talk watch. You came here watch it. Don't let it work out. We still have a fucking money. Do not yacht. Can't continue the seat that fucked up you. I am sitting there. I am everywhere.
I'm closing Discord. I don't know what fucking server is on muted.
Title for streaming less than 3. My dad's in the hospital for a heart attack and I'm really distraught.
If I see you videotaping this movie, sights it will rain down your throat with hot acid. Dissolve your testicles and turn your guts into snakes. This is a copyrighted movie for Time Warner. If I find you sold it on eBay, I will break into your house and tear your wife in half.
All right, you guys got all that? Tear your wife in half, etc., etc. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Thank you for joining me. Let's kick off our spooky season. Oh, hold on. I think I've muted every single Discord server. I do not know where the fuck I am getting messages from. Is it from fucking Searcord? What is it? I don't know. Okay, let's get this thing started, shall we? All right, I gotta do some quick changes. I'm going through changes. All right, now let's turn off bits. Let's turn off alerts. Chat, you're gone. Color block, you're gone. I'm going through changes. All right, so that happens there. And there we go. Oh, hold on. Hold on now. Let's see There was a quick error. There we go. That should be fixed.